When I was a kid, Shadow of the Beast was a game that fascinated me, in part because of its art style, how it looks, how it sounds, but also in part because of how mean it is. It's this really weird, really difficult thing. And the idea of a difficult side-scrolling platformer, it's not an unusual thing. There are plenty of them back in those days, but Shadow of the Beast just seemed different in how it just killed you really quickly and required you to start the game over from the beginning every time it did that. I never beat the game when I was a kid, but I have beaten it since, and that's what we're going to be doing here. We're going to be playing all the way through Shadow of the Beast. I say all the way through, but it's not long. It is a short game. It has to be a short game, because it's so hard. It couldn't be any longer than what it is. But we're going to be going through it. We're going to hopefully beat Rob's score. Rob clearly played the game a whole lot. We're going to beat Rob. We're coming for you, Rob. But before we do that, we're going to have to take a look in the manual to see what the story of Shadow of the Beast is all about. Because there is a story in this game. It's just that you don't really see any of it in the game itself. So we're going to take a look at the manual and see what it says Shadow of the Beast is about. It says that many years ago on a moonless night, a small child was stolen away from his sleeping parents. His mysterious abductors carried him far across the land to the mighty temple necropolis, where the helpless child was given to the mages of darkness, warrior priests of the Beast Lord. Deep below the temple, the child was carried, passing through a labyrinth of rooms and passages to the chambers of creation, where the evil mages work their dark arts, creating strange creatures, plants, and traps to guard the Beast Lord's stronghold. For the child, they had a special purpose in mind. Secret potions concocted from the blood of rare creatures slowly transformed him into a hideous creature of incredible strength, agility, and power. Deep hypnosis erased all memory of his past life as he became the warrior messenger of the beast. For many years, the boy served the temple. Then came the fateful day when his memories came flooding back, and he realized a truth about his past. A truth that now leads him on a trail of bloody revenge against his masters. You were that boy, that warrior. Now the time has come to destroy those who destroyed your life. Your vengeance can only be fulfilled in the Shadow of the Beast. I don't really know what that last line is supposed to mean. I guess they just wanted to fit the name of the game in there somewhere, so there it is. It's Shadow of the Beast. You can see like a little claw at the bottom of the page with the page number in it. It's like a claw because, it's a beast. Beast claw. There. Oh, yeah, so you got it. That's what we're doing. That's what's happening in this game. We're the messenger of the beast. We used to be human. We want to turn back to human. We need to get revenge on the monsters who ruined our life. That's what we're doing right here. And I should mention the version that we're playing is the Genesis version, which is generally not considered to be a good version of the game. The best version is usually considered to be the original one, which was on the Amiga. The Genesis version, not considered to be a very good port because of downgrades and graphics changes in the audio. And the game runs at the wrong speed. The game runs too fast. They converted from PAL to NTSC, 50 Hz to 60 Hz, but I guess they didn't retime the game properly. The game runs too fast, making it harder than it should be. But this was the version that I had as a kid, so that's the one we're playing. And if you were a kid in the US, and if you just happened to play Shadow of the Beast, the Genesis version was most likely the one that you played, since it was by far the most popular system in the US of any of the systems they came out with. Well, let's get started. Let's begin. Alright, here we are. We're the beast. What are we doing? Well, we can jump. We can punch. We can jump kick. We can crouch and punch. We can't do a whole lot. We're not that fearsome. But what we need to pay attention to in the upper left is a number. It says 12. That's my hit points. Every time I get hit, it goes down by 1. When it goes down to 0, I have to start the whole game again from the beginning. There are no lives, no continues, no saves, no passwords. You do this whole game in one. That's why the game has to be short. Alright, We can go to the left, we can go to the right. Which way are we going? Let's just try going to the right, see what happens. This is actually the wrong way, but if we go here, we go to a well. It says we can go inside. Why not? There we go. Alright, let's head down this well. We actually don't know where we need to go, do we? We want to get revenge, but in which direction will we find our revenge? Well, not down, I guess, because we can't actually go down. It won't let us. They're just blocking us right at the bottom, so I guess we have no other choice but to go back up to the surface. Perhaps a key would have helped. Alright, we gotta go find a key. Find one somewhere. We could continue on to go to the right, but if we do, the music gets all menacing. There's a green man. We can kill the green man easily, but the music does indicate that it's getting serious over to the right, so let's go back to the left. Alright, there we go. We're back in the safe music. Let's head to the left. See what we'll find. We're just sort of trying to find our way, trying to figure out what it is we need to do here at the beginning. There's a boulder, came at us for some reason, but we punched it out of the air. So the beast, I guess, is pretty strong. Punch that giant bat. He just punched solid stone that's hurtling at him. So he must be pretty strong. But I got hit. I gotta watch out for that health. As we go to the left, we will find a tree. It says home. We can go inside. Well, at least we can go down here. Nothing blocking our way. But what do we find inside the tree? We find this banister that vomited fire at us. It seems pretty dangerous down here. We should go back up. No, it wasn't, was it? It wasn't Valiant at all. Sometimes we get like some little flavor text like that when we leave before we have to. But this is where we need to go, so let's go inside. Alright, now let's make a valiant attempt at trying to find whatever it is we need to find in here. So the game is primarily about exploration, looking around, punching enemies, trying not to die. Like right now, what are we trying to do? What are we looking for? We don't know. We're just going here because it's a place that we can go to. It's full of insects like this and monsters that we can just kill with a single punch. And there are a few ways we can go. And the expectation is that you're gonna travel around, you're gonna die a whole bunch of times before you finally find out where exactly you need to go. It's definitely a trial and error kind of game. For example, we need to make sure we go over here, down this passage. Don't want to forget this passage. Jump this so we can get this gold key. Thing is, this gold key is not needed to complete this level. Find the door it opens. Where is that door? Well, who knows? We're gonna go down here. Here's some health. Bring us back to 12. Full strength. So I can complete this level without getting that gold key. It's just that I would regret it later if I did. But the game does kind of trick you like that. It's tricky. What happens if we go down here? We find this guy. He's just playing with his ball. He's playing catch with himself. We love playing catch. You know that. Catch is very relaxing. But we're a big jerk, so we're going to kick his ball. He's going to try to defend himself by breathing fire, but I can't blame him. I mean, look at us. We're just kicking his ball. For no reason. I know we're mad, but we destroyed his ball. And because we destroyed his ball, we can do this. Hadouken. I don't know why we can do that. Time to warp. But it's a good thing that we can throw Hadoukens, because we need it right now. We're going to need it right now when I climb this ladder. Because where did it take me? It took me to a giant demon skeleton sled that will kill us. Here it is. We have to fire it with Hadoukens. I'm blocked by this demon block, but don't worry. We're going to shoot the Hadoukens at the giant skeleton demon sled, and we will try to kill it. If it touches us, it will kill us in one hit. So, let's try to avoid being hit. There we go. We killed it. But I also lost my Hadoukens! It was only for that one boss and nothing else. I like how, even though we're a monster, we're a beast, we do wear a loincloth. We still do feel some, humility, some shyness about being naked. Tells us something about the beast mentality. For example, another example is this box. It says, don't touch. Well, what do we do with that? Of course we're going to touch it. There's a box that says, don't touch? Of course we're going to hit it. What else are we going to do? Mind the eyeballs. They're just bouncing eyeballs. They don't move, they don't do anything. They just bounce here all day. Looking straight ahead. I don't think they have a whole lot to do in life. I feel sorry for the eyeballs, but we cannot kill them. They're just gonna bounce here forever. But at least they're alive. This guy here is not alive, but we will take his silver key. We need to find the door that opens. We'll do that later. I'm just gonna walk right through the eyeballs right here. I'm taking damage, but it actually doesn't matter right now. Because there is a big old health topper right here. Got full strength. So the game is pretty generous with the health at the beginning. It won't be like that forever. So I can be kind of careless right now. It's just that that's going to have to change later on. Here's a fast snail. This snail is very fast. We killed it. I didn't have to do that. An interesting thing about the game is how much effort was clearly put into making the graphics. There are a whole lot of unique enemy sprites, like these heads right here. We won't see them again for the rest of the game, but they're here. That goes with a lot of the enemies that we see. Like here are these enemies which there's actually the Psygnosis logo. The logo of the publisher is attacking us. I guess that's a metaphor for the game itself. That slug up there, that's a one-time enemy. A lot of enemies in the game that are like that. Oh, I got careless right there. Need to not be careless. I can be careless right here, because there's more health. I got it. But yeah, a lot of effort put into making unique enemy sprites in this game. Watch out for the enemy slinkies. Killed them. This fellow right here is the one I feel the most sorry for in the game. I'm not sure if he's alive or just a statue, but I hope he's just a statue. Doesn't seem like he has a good time right there. Large variety of enemy types, too. Like, there's a ghost right here. Why is there a ghost haunting this little niche? I don't know. But we killed it. We killed a ghost with a punch. Think about that. Anyway, that switch that we got before that said don't touch, if we didn't flick that switch, there would be a force field right here preventing me from getting this bottle. Force field's gone now, so I can get the power punch. See, there it is. See the little flashing on my fist? That's the power punch. We got it. Now I just need to go over here and watch out for the rocket engines that are mounted into the ceiling, which were next to the ghost. I need the power punch, by the way, to kill the fire-breathing dinosaur that's over here. There he is. So I can hurt him because I have the power punch. And there we go, killed him. Now, that silver key I got, it unlocks the door that's right in front of us, so I'm going to use it. Where does it take us? Back to the well. Remember the well? It was locked at the bottom, not locked anymore. See, it all comes together. It's all tying together. We're going to go back up to the surface with our prize, which is the gold key. The gold key was the entire reason to go down there. It's the only thing we brought out with us, because I don't have my power punch anymore, because I used it on the fire-breathing dinosaur. It's getting late. And uncomfortably warm. The beast does not like it when it's humid. He likes the dry heat. Actually, I keep calling our character the beast. I don't think our character is the beast. It's the warrior messenger of the beast, but we don't have, like, a name or anything, so... Oh, I'm getting hit a bunch of times by that guy. That was a big mistake. I shouldn't have done that. I like that guy. He looks like he's trying so hard to scare us. Here's some health. Look at him! It's like his arms are up in the air. But he tries so hard, but we kill him all the same. Anyway, I got full health back, so... It's at this point that I'm gonna have to start to be more careful. You know, I can't be so fancy-free. Oh, and getting hit so much like I am. Because as we get further on in the game, health will become more and more sparse. See that guy in the tree? He thought he was hiding. Thought he was camouflaged. He can't hide from us. But one of the things I really like about this game is just, like, the backgrounds, what it looks like, and how there's, like, a blimp up in the air. You see that blimp? Why is there a blimp there? Why is there a guy right here who was in a statue that looked like himself? I don't know. You don't know either. We don't know the answers to these things. Giant lobster claws coming out of the ground. But the blimp thing, it's a simple, like, little graphic in the sky, but it's something that always kind of, like, piqued my imagination of what does that mean, that we're in this world with no technology, you know, people wearing loincloths and such, and monsters, but there's like a zeppelin flying overhead. What does that mean for this world? I don't know. I don't think I want to know. I think it's better for things like that to be a mystery. Watch out for the zooming eyeballs. I don't know why eyeballs hurt us. You'd think that if we touched the eyeballs, it would hurt them. Because they'd be sensitive. I also like all the parallax. You look at all the layers of parallax that we're seeing as I move around. It's a very neat graphic effect. Look at this dragon right here. This huge dragon drops this really pathetic bomb. He thinks he's gonna hit me with it. You're not gonna hit anyone with that bomb, dragon! Look at that! No, not coming anywhere close to hitting anyone with that bomb. And oh, you hate to see demon hands in the lawn. Once you get demon hands in the lawn, you're never gonna get them out. Someone's firing fireworks at us. But that's okay. We will survive. We will make our way to the right, wherever it is we're going, with our gold key. A gargoyle greets us as we make it to the castle. So this is where we need to get to. Is this what the gold key opens? Actually, no. This door is unlocked. And I like how there's like a monster that's apparently a butler. He opens the door and greets us to the castle. We don't fight him or kill him or anything. He's just a courteous monster. Ugh, thick with moisture. They need to ventilate this place. They've really let it go to pot. But we have a problem. Even though we're in the demon castle, we have no light. It's pitch black in the castle. So that's a problem. We have to go back out. Torch. That would help us. But where are we going to find a torch? How far do we have to explore to find a torch that we can use to get inside the castle? It's right here. See, now we can see everywhere. Now it's lit. But a strange thing is that we can go back out. We get another unique message. Now, this is not a fact. This is just a lie. It says the torch won't last forever, but it does. There's no time limit on the torch. I don't know why it says that. The game's just lying to us right there. We can stay in here forever. We don't want to, but we can. So, what's going to happen in the demon castle? Well, it's going to try to kill us, and it's pretty good at it. There's a whole bunch of directions we can go in, and most of them will kill us. We're going to go up here, to the upper right. Mind these spaceships dropping electricity mines. They're more like the speeders from Return of the Jedi, actually. But they are dropping electricity mines. Taking damage, but did well enough. I just needed to survive to get here. Because if we climb over this and go over here, we find a full health. So great. All my mistakes have been erased. It's like we're starting from a clean slate. Okay. I need to be more careful than that at this point, because health is going to now be a problem. At this point in the game. This is when the game stops messing around with you and starts saying, all right, you got far enough, time to kill you and make you start over again. That's what's happening right now. We have to fight the game and prevent us from... Okay, that's actually not bad. Only lost 2 hit points. Then there's this guy who just hangs out up here. We can't kill him. He just likes to do that all day. Let's go to the right. And, yeah, there we go. Watch out for that ghost. Punching axes out of the air. Battle axes. Someone's throwing them. And they're like these egg people that are stabbed and bloody. Gotta kill them. Punching battle axes straight out of the air. Skeleton legs? Giant skeleton legs. Would not want to meet the rest of that skeleton. Why did we come down this hallway? For this. There's like a wrench. Just a wrench. You don't find good tools very often in the world of the beast. Gotta pick them up when you can. So we're just going the way back. Just all the way back. All the way. What would happen if we didn't pick up that wrench? We'll see if we can find out. Because there's a bunch of ways we can go in the castle. And you won't necessarily go straight to the wrench. Because you won't know about it, right? Alright, now we're back at the beginning of the castle. Now let's go to the left. Got hit twice. Could have done better there. But we're still doing good enough. Now I want to creep forward because I'm going to get attacked by both sides. By barrels and the giant headless men. So watch out for them. Gonna creep forward here. Take it slow. How long do you think it took to carve all of those demon statues in the background? Because you know you're committed to being evil when you spend all that time on that many statues. Alright, made it to the end of this hallway. To the left now we go. I like that guy. He's very slow and just kind of just hangs from the ceiling for no reason. He's the only time... That's the only time we encounter that guy, by the way. He's a single-use enemy. Alright, good. What is this? It's a gun. Were you expecting a gun? Were you expecting a plasma rifle? Probably not, but we have one. Let's start shooting in front. There we go. Bunch of bees. There's that guy again. He respawned. Good for him. Here's a force field. We can use the wrench to turn it off. What happens if we didn't have that wrench? Well, we wouldn't be able to turn it off. Let me go over here for a sec. You see that ladder? I can't jump back on it. Once I fall off, we're here. I can't jump back up. So that would mean that we would have been stuck here if I didn't get that wrench. So So, too bad. Start the game over again. Just do it. Just start the game over again. That's the kind of game this is. Now, the way we want to go is to the right, but I need to go to the left for right now. We'll find out why. Oh, and speaking of starting the game over again, we haven't used that gold key yet, you notice. We'll get there. I don't think I can shoot those guys. Pretty sure I can't. Only 1 hit point left. But that's fine. You know why? Because I'm here. And by climbing up this way, up this ladder, we can make that full health respawn. There we go. Now that is going to be the last full health I get in this game. Have to complete the rest of it without any of that anymore. So again, got to be real careful about the hit points. Got hit once. I guess that's fine. Alright, let's get back to the beginning of the castle now. In the Amiga version of the game, the sound effect of the rifle was basically the plasma rifle from Aliens. It was a real popular sound effect at that time. Anyway, we're back here at the beginning of the game, of the castle, I should say. Why are we here? What are we doing here? Well, what we're doing is we're going to be attacked from 3 directions, left, right, and up. Well, it could be worse. There's no down. We could be attacked from all 4 directions. Okay, good. Made it to the end without getting a hit. Bunch of bullets coming our way. Okay. All right, we're here. This is the boss of the castle. Just got to run forward. The boss is this 3-headed dragon. Just got to stand here and shoot its weak point. We can't stand further away and shoot the weak point. If we scroll the screen to the left, we would not have been able to hit his weak point, so I just had to stand there and take the hits while I was shooting him. We did well enough, though. Okay, this is where I use the gold key. If I did not have the gold key, I would just stop here, and I would have to go back and figure out why the game is not letting me advance. But I have the key, so let's go forward. And it turns into a shmup. We found like a jetpack and a helmet. And it's not a very good shmup. You see how we're vertically oriented because we're standing up? That's our hitbox. So if you're used to shmups with small hitboxes, this is the one with the largest hitbox in the world. But fortunately, there is some health here. Let's get that health. Oh. I forgot about that trap. You can't get out without taking a hit if you're in there. Oh, and this? Look at this! What is this? Am I supposed to dodge this? Well, I'm not doing that. Fortunately, I do have enough health to get through it. Again, mind the eyeballs. Eyeballs still cannot be killed. These eyeballs, anyway. Okay, that's the last health in this stage. It should be enough. Alright, got through that without taking a hit, which is good. Took a hit there, which is bad. Alright, time for the boss. Let's see if I can do this. I hate this boss, by the way. Let's look at how he works. So if I touch any part of his sprite, I get hit. Any part of it. Like a pixel of it. So I have to go in to make the screen scroll to the right. There we go. And then shoot him. And it has to be scrolled all the way to the right so his weak point is exposed. That's why I can't hang back to the left and shoot him. See, it didn't work that time. There it is. Oh, okay. Did it with 6 health, which should be good enough. time for the final stage. Yes, already the final stage. We're out of the castle. Now we're in the graveyard. Here's some health. Oh, man. Okay, look at this. I want to show you something right here. 2 crosses, one to the left, one to the right. They look exactly the same, right? The one on the left will reduce my health by 2. This one increases it by 2. There is no difference in how they look. The only way of finding out is if you grabbed the wrong cross. It's trial and error. Same thing here. The second tombstone has the one that hurts you. Eggmen. Alright. Doing good enough. Well, shouldn't say that, because it could still get hit a bunch. Oh, we're at the boss. We're here. The boss is a giant foot. Gotta punch that foot. I'm punching, like, the sensitive skin right under the toenail. It has to hurt a whole lot. I killed it. We're done. We finished the game. And that's the ending. Gonna put my initials in. Yeah, that's how the game ends. There we go. So that's Shadow of the Beast. It's, like I said, really short. But also, like I said, it has to be really short, because it would be cruel to make this any longer than it is, considering that there are no lives and no continues or anything. Since you die, you have to start from the beginning again. It has to be really short. It's a game that I enjoyed a lot when I was a kid and thought was just really weird and strange, just because of how difficult it was and how quickly it killed you. And I really like the art design of it. Playing it now, I would say the art design still does hold up, but, you know, maybe it's not the best controlling game. It's not the most fun game, maybe. It's definitely something that sort of holds up as being more on the Amiga side. It was sort of like a best-in-class thing of graphics and sound on the Amiga. But I did enjoy playing it on the Genesis, even so. And it's a disappointing ending, yeah. It is. You'd think there would be something more than that, but there wasn't. But I guess this game was made in the style of arcade games. Like, that was the idea when they made it on the Amiga. Like, they were saying, let's make, like, an arcade type of game on this computer. So that's why the game is the way it is. And arcade games had very short, underwhelming endings as well, I suppose. Not to say that makes this good, but it does kind of, I think, explain sort of the philosophy behind what they were doing when they made this. But that's Shadow of the Beast, Genesis version, considered to be a bad port of the Amiga original, but again, it was the one that I played, so that's the one that we were seeing here. Now, there were sequels to this game. There were Shadow of the Beasts 2 and 3. I never played those, but they did exist. And there was a new Shadow of the Beast made for the PlayStation 4 that was released a couple years ago. I played that for like an hour, and I didn't really like it. I mean, maybe I should give it another chance at some point, but from what I had played, it just wasn't doing anything for me. Yeah, I don't know, maybe I will try it again at some point, but I just didn't like it when I tried it. But that game is there. It's on the PS4. If you want to give it a try, it exists. But before we go, before we're done with Shadow of the Beast, I suppose we have to do what we have been doing before with these old games. And that is, we should probably take a look through the manual and also take a look at the box art to see if there's anything interesting there. So, Let's have a look at that. So this is the box art for Shadow of the Beast on the Genesis. And you can see that it's pretty attention-getting with its red and black color scheme, as well as the artwork that's front and center on the front cover in the upper right of the screen. We're going to take a closer look at that artwork, because this is artwork that is, it's also always associated with Shadow of the Beast, with every version that there's been. There's a closer look at it. I really like this artwork. It's something that always kind of did something for my imagination. There's nothing at all in the game that looks like this, mind you. But I really like the feel of this art. It's like you're looking at it and you kind of see a person and an animal, but they don't look like that. They look like metal. Maybe robots. It's hard to tell exactly what you're looking at. And I just really like the look of it. I would really like to see a game that looks just like this. The PS4 Shadow of the Beast does not look like this, but I would really like to see a game that looks exactly like this artwork. But like I said, this is artwork that is associated with Shadow of the Beast. You always see this art when it comes to this game, even though there's nothing in the game that looks like this. Back to the box. Let's look at the back of the box on the left side of the screen, where it says that there can only be one master. We're going to zoom in on this so we can see this text better. It says that we have to destroy the dreaded Dracu-Beast before his fangs rip through our battle armor. So the demon skeleton sled right there is the Dracu-Beast. And we don't wear any battle armor, so I don't know what it's talking about. But in the upper right, it says we have to eliminate the Pit Fiend and capture his fiery storm. We don't eliminate him. We break his ball. That's how we get his fiery storm. Over here, it says that Lobster Jaw and his wicked bosses defend the secrets of the Master's Fortress. I think whoever made this box was just making up names here. Like, I think that they just looked at this guy and said, what would he be called? Lobster Jaw? Because he has like this big jaw right here, so maybe that. I kind of think that. Down here, it says that we have to beware of Tuscan Head and his evil minions as we assault the Master's castle. I got hit a few times by Tuscan Head. I am not proud about that. I did not beware of Tuscan Head. And also, there are 132 hideous monsters animated in Psygnosis quality graphics, as we see here. But one thing I want to look at is this box, this orange box. It says 8 megs of ultra compression memory. It says 13 levels, 13 furious levels of arcade action. That's a lie. There aren't 13 levels in this game. There aren't close to 13 levels in this game. There's, let's see. There's the tree, that's 1. There's the field that you run across to get to the castle, it's 2. There's the castle itself, that's 3. There's the side-scrolling section, that's 4. And there's the graveyard to the final boss, it's 5. It's 5. It's 5 furious levels of arcade action. There is no way you could cut that up to say that there are 13 levels in this game. This is just completely false. There's nothing like 13 levels. How would you even interpret this game as having 13 levels? I don't know. I can't think of how you would, because it really doesn't. So that's just a blatant lie on the back of this box. But the next one does say that it has parallax scrolling and cutting-edge Psygnosis artwork, which is true, and the exclusive Roger Dean poster, who made the artwork that we looked at before. So I just wanted to look at the box mainly because it says there are 13 levels in this game, which there are definitely not. Definitely not. But that is what the box looks like. And this does seem like the kind of box that would attract me if I was looking at a bunch of games. Let's take a look at the manual now. I don't think there's a whole lot to look in there, but we might as well, since we're doing this right here. All right, here's the manual. Well, we've seen the box art. We know what that looks like. Let's go down. It tells us how to start the game. Make sure the controller is plugged in, the cartridge is in, turn on the power switch. We all know this. Okay, there's some artwork that goes along with the story. We can see ourself as a boy, a human boy, being transformed into the beast. The controls, which are very simple. What's our warrior's objective? We fight our way through several different regions. Five 5 different regions. In order to reach the heart of our enemy stronghold and face our ultimate adversary, the Beast Lord, the creatures we encounter on the way will invariably be hostile and cause damage when they come in contact with us. Contact can be avoided by punching or kicking creatures before they get too close or by shooting them with a weapon. Let's see. And that's about it, actually, because we now go in about the artists. Martin Edmondson and Paul Howarth, telling us about them, and tells us about their interests. It says Martin likes cars of the fast red Italian variety, and Paul likes money. So that we know all about them now. And that's about everything with this manual. There's really nothing here, except we know that we can get real and get it all with Electronic Arts games for the Sega Genesis. What did I play here? Of these games. I did not play any of the sports games here. I did not play Starflight. I did play The Immortal. That was one of my favorite Genesis games. I did not play Might and Magic or Fairy Tale Adventure. I did play King's Bounty. I like that game. I have played Sword of Sodan, and oh boy, that is something we should look at some point. At some point. I have not played F-22 Interceptor, did not play Centurion, did not play Blockout. I have played Populous. I did like that on the Genesis, though if you were playing it now, I guess the Genesis is not the platform to do it on. Didn't play Fatal Rewind. I have played Shadow of the Beast. I have played Road Rash. I have played Dark Castle. Have not played Robocod or James Pond. Marble Madness I've played, but not on the Genesis. Haven't played Battle Squadron, Budokan, or Zany Golf. But looking at this list, like I said, Sword of Sodan, that's something we should look at some time. Oh boy. But that's not what we're talking about right here. Right now we're talking about Shadow of the Beast and how the first prize was our life. They're talking about Fatal Rewind in this case, and also apparently an exclusive Roger Dean poster. It was included in that as well. Okay, so that's it for Shadow of the Beast for the Sega Genesis. I hope you enjoyed watching that. I hope you enjoyed experiencing it with me, as that was one of those games that when I was a kid, I never actually was able to beat, and it was one of those things that kind of bothered me for a while until I finally did later on in life. So I hope you enjoyed watching that. That has been Shadow of the Beast for the Sega Genesis.